Good morning, everyone, and this is the fourth session. And in this, we are having a session of palmistry and tarot cards, and of course, we have found a lot of connection. And we had a deep discussion about marriage and how marriage lines are seen in the hand and tarot cards as well. So we are taking a step forward, and in this, we'll actually like to time the marriage and like to see how the timing can occur. So, like for example, in palmistry, we have the heart line, we have the headline, we have the lifeline, and so does we also have an influence line. Now we know that whenever the influence line comes and joins the fate line, it's likely that this is the time at which the marriage occurs. Like for example, the fate line, okay, this long line is known as the fate line, and this long line is known as the headline. So whenever they intersect, that is this point is taken as 35 years of age. Now we can clearly see that this joins much before that, so more likely that this marriage or this strong relationship comes into existence at 30 years or 29 years of age. Right, so this is one way of timing it. Now again, we can also time it here. We can also time it here. For example, the cross. The cross indicates towards a good, a good marriage. Now, whenever the cross starts shifting upwards, we know that the marriage is likely to be a good one because the cross is there. It's going to be a bit late, right? By late, I mean maybe around 30, 35s, or maybe 40 also. It depends on the perception of the person as well. For example, in India, the normal perception of marriage is 25, and whenever we see this cross shifted upwards, we know it's around 32. But in US, 32 is the normal age, and in case of you are having a US client, the shifting upwards would mean 37 or 38. So that's how you have to relatively keep correcting it. But nevertheless, whenever it goes up, we know it's a late marriage. When it comes down, we know that it's an early marriage. So that is how this sign also helps us in telling us to or taking us to the timing. For example, this influence line comes and touches at 30, and again this also correlates to 30, and it's a definite sign that 30 is a strong period of the person getting into a relationship. Also, these influence lines tells about someone strong, someone very close to you coming by. And again, if this times around again 30, because we have taken 30 into consideration, let's say this influence line timing also starts from 30, it's more so that the person is very supportive because it's parallel to lifeline. It's a good marriage because a cross is there, and it's an influence line also coming into picture. So most probably the person is the person is from an unknown place or some kind of an external influence. So that is how we can keep timing, but see, we get an overall picture. Like we can get to know 30, maybe a rough figure around 28 to 30, or a rough figure around 23 to 25, to find exactly the year, the date, the time, also all sort of things. It's very difficult because lines are large, right? Those fine minuteness is very difficult to find in. And there, what I mean, the tarot card helps us. Now it's not only correlating tarot with palmistry, it's also about some things cannot be explained from palmistry, which are explained through tarot. Some things are not explainable from tarot, that can be explained from palmistry. So in this case, definitely tarot would be helpful, and then let us see how it is.
Hi, good morning everyone. Okay, so let me start with a brief explanation about what tarot is and how tarot works and all. See, tarot is basically, we have a set of cards and we have major arcanas and we have minor arcanas. So once you start learning, you come to know what exactly is a major arcana card or a minor arcana. Now
so we'll be discussing that in our tutorials, right?
Yes, so we will be discussing about that much more in depth. And yes, as Shwetank said, during palmistry we are not very much accurate about when exactly will a marriage happen or something that sort. So now here, suppose in the spread or in the cards, if we have a major arcana, that is okay, I get this card. So earlier I mentioned you that this means a person who is a happy-go-lucky person, and in India, a horse is usually very good for marriage. So here
because we ride on a horse.
Yeah, the barat and the other proceedings happen on a horse. So usually the connection is there.
Okay.
But if you see, this is a major arcana and then this is a minor arcana.
So there are two set of cards. One is major and one is the minor.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Now I'll just give you a small example. Okay. Now suppose we have okay, if this is an arranged marriage, or else okay, a girl or a lady is very much confused, as in she has two prospect, that is two guys, and she's very much confused as to whom to choose. Okay, so we take guy 1, guy A and guy B.
Okay.
So during guy A, if I have this card, the sun card, and for guy B I have 4 of wands.
Okay.
So usually I would say go for guy A.
Why is that?
Because this again is a major arcana card, and marriage is something which is lifelong. So I especially say that go for guy A. Now coming back to timings. Okay, now if the same card, okay, I'll take some other card. Okay, I have this emperor card. If I take an emperor card and again 6 of cups, so this would usually mean 4 months and 6 days.
Great, great. So we can quantify it till months and days as well.
Yes, yes.
So if I say 35 years the marriage is going to be, and if I want to confirm it in how many months, will these card help me to get to that to an extent?
Yes, to an extent, yes. Suppose we have these 3 cards in line.
Okay.
So it would be like around 23 example. Okay, this is just an example. So it would be somewhere around 23 years and 6 months.
Great, great.
Okay, so now again one more thing that I would like to add. See, all the times usually usually depends on the questions that you ask, and also on the spreads that I do, which would be mainly in a session or a reading. So it would be more on a personal basis. Whatever I'm just telling here is more of personal, and this and the connection of palmistry and tarot.
It's also, I think, helping palmistry in a lot of ways, in the sense that it helps me decide much clearer, isn't it?
Yes, yes, very much obvious. Suppose if a lady is not very much sure that when she's going to get married, or very much worried about her marriage part, so we can very well accurately say, okay, she'll be getting married in a year or two.
Right.
So,
Right. So basically, again, I'd like to clarify here is that we both are going to give sessions combinedly, and you can subscribe to our channel, hit the like button below. You can share it as well on your Facebook. Do that right now. And of course, apart from that,
also get a reading for...
Yeah, get the reading done. We both will be there. We'll be combining the tarot as well as the palmistry part.
And also the remedies.
Also the remedies, of course. And yeah, this is Shwetank, and you can contact me on 8951568344.
And this is Shilpa. You can contact me on 8867 066303.
So yeah, that's basically it. And for more information, you can also check into the below section, that is the comment section. And if you have any more clarifications, you can always get back to our phone numbers and contact us. We'll be able to guide you and help you as well. So hopefully this session was fruitful and you got to learn a lot of new things. I'm Shwetank and she's Shilpa. Take care.
Yeah, stay tuned.
Bye bye.
Take care.